Okay, we're gonna start this one over again. So, yeah, I ran out of memory there, I think. So again, you're looking at what basically the bad guys. I forget their names, but the bad guys, their crawler thing. And again, see the shadows down here, and the people, they're like little guys, little specks down here like this. So that shows scale. Something as small as this, you can actually just, if you're gonna do big spaceship type objects, you gotta put little people in there, just let them know that this is a big ferocious size. See how it does scale up? But you're looking up at this thing. So we did this. Here's our ground plane down here. Put a ground plane down, and we're looking up at the bottom of this. Start with the box. I think especially with most spaceships kinds of things are boxes as far as circles. We've got this coming out the front. We can do a circle here just to get us started. There's the command center. This does this. And a leg. So underneath it, so we put a little detail in this. Drag down the side just a little bit like this. Okay, and that kind of comes up like this. And it goes back, so a little bit of a notch there. This comes down this way. This goes a little bit of an angle like that. So that's the basic shape. Okay, and then down here we've got the wheels, or the legs, excuse me. And again, the legs are going to go down. The perspective is going down this way. This is going like this. This circle here connects on the other side with the other one. And again, so from here, we have sort of a center line. And that leg is back here, kind of stiff. There's the leg. It's got the tracking or the foot pad down here. The other one's like this. Again, just like how we do people, you've got this idea of just sort of the architecture. Then you come across here, you got, again, there's our perspective, doing this, coming down, like this. And that one's going forward. Kind of gets lost behind this other one. And then they've got this one sort of standing this way. But sometimes they actually bend it. If you look in the movie, there's actually, it does have a bend to it. It kind of does this. I like putting a bend in it because I think it makes it look like it's moving more. And then here's its foot pad type deal. See, kind of like an animal. Again, that's the idea. Okay, so that's our basic architecture, right? Again, and we're looking up at it. So the bottom in here, we can actually, there's our shape. This is in between. We can actually go in here a little bit and make it a little bit darker to get an idea. See that's gonna go dark. The shadows down there. There's also, if you notice here, you look this way, there's a shadow on the other side of the legs, which really helps you, and this really helps you give it some depth. Again, like I've talked about that before, but if we do the shadow on the other side of the leg, this way, and this way here, so if we do that together, see? So we've got the box up here. We've got the leg extended down like that. Okay, and now we can put some deep. Now that's still sort of the architecture of it. I mean, the basic line work. Let's see the detail here. Yeah, sort of the mechanism back in there someplace. Oh, and this is not round. It's a little bit. It's sort of got like a little jaw to it here. I guess that's where the weapons are. So you got this gun coming out like this. And what was cool about the Star Wars genre when it came out, it really it captivated everyone in my school at the time. It came out I think like 77 or something, because all these details, all these really interesting details. Again, most of us in design school were trying to design things like this, really sleek and design looking things with one stroke kind of movement. And then the Star Wars guys came along and it's like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. This is like little bits and pieces of stuff. There's little doors on things. There's rivets. There's all these little details you can put in here. There's all this really cool, interesting stuff. A little bit of shadow here. So again, the sun's coming this way against this. A little bit of a shadow on the bottom half of this thing. I don't know if that's where and you come in and just create these little dark, light and dark spots. But you gotta have the light spots. That's contrast. That makes it look like it's actually, there's some depth to it. This rolls around, three-dimensional. You've got the gun blasters out here, and the gun blasters are fun. You can just make just big, like flowing lines with the blast out here like this, kind of like a leaf-looking thing. There's my indication of a blast. It was blasting something, okay? And again, and the guys are down here, the little guys in the backpacks. We put some little guys down here that shows scale. They're not too happy with it. They're actually, I think in the scene, the movie scene, they're actually in a trench or something. But you could go ahead and put a trench in here. Or look at some of the sketches from Star Wars. There's his line. He's gonna have little his tracks here. And then in the background, you could actually put some mountains behind him like this. See that? And that's the horizon between his legs. See that? So look how it looks very ferocious, very large. See that? And then you can you can spend some time just, if you look at the details or look at on the internet for more stuff. These little boxes, little round things. It's just this real interesting sort of make-believe details that looks like it actually works in some way. But this would be a storyboard quality. This kind of sketch here. Obviously, this wouldn't be anything for artwork, but it would be more the artwork. It really is a storyboard. So if you're sitting in a room full of people and you're talking about the script for this movie, you would actually have you'd have some people like that would sit there and be drawing this, and real quick too. It's a real quick study. In some ways it doesn't have to be finished. It just has this idea that Luke Skywalker's down here in the trenches, and this thing's coming towards him. I think he was actually in a plane at the time, or whatever that thing is. So stuff like that. So this quality of work really is sort of a sketchboard, real quick sketches, and hope you're having fun with it. But again, the idea was just like the people down here are looking up underneath this thing, so your perspective rises up like this, just like this one here, same thing. So he's looking at the 1903 flight. So again, like I said, looking forward to coming back and working with you guys on your projects, and take care.